Hey, this is Daniel for Adorama. I'm here at PhotoPlus Expo 2015 with Mike Bubalo from Sony. And Sony has been leading the mirrorless market for the last couple of years, and they've got a bunch of new products this year too, so Mike's going to tell us a little bit about them.
So yeah, like you said, it's been super exciting this year for Sony. First, I mean, in terms of the mirrorless space, mirrorless is obviously getting really big, especially here in the United States. It's really growing really fast, and Sony is really leading the way. But what's unique this year, I believe, is that our A7 lineup, so we have the a7R Mark II, the a7S Mark II, which we just introduced. Even though they're mirrorless and they're much smaller, they're actually outperforming what we seem to know about big SLRs. Especially with the a7R Mark II, the best image quality in the market, where it actually has a 42 megapixel sensor that's a backside illuminated. And all that really means that you don't have to make a choice anymore for high ISO or high resolution. We're going to be able to get 42 megapixels and be able to shoot at 102,000 ISO. So really it's the best of everything. And of course it shoots 4K video, magnesium alloy, just an all-around amazing camera that can outperform most cameras that are out there. Another camera that we just recently introduced is the a7S Mark II. And what's unique about that camera is that it really just kind of goes beyond human vision. And what that means is that, let's say you're shooting and you really can't even, there's not even enough light to see your hand in front of your face. The camera will be able to shoot, it'll be able to focus, it'll be able to capture a beautiful image, where it can go up to ISO 409,600. The ISO war is kind of like the megapixel war, but what this actually does, it changes the way people shoot, because it changes what you can do with the camera, being able to shoot and be able to have a clean image at 100,000, 200,000, 400,000, depending on your taste level. So it's amazing for videographers. It has the entire full frame sensor is full pixel readout, so it reads every single pixel, no line skipping, S-Log 3 and Cine Gamut 3, so it's going to give you the same color profile and the same workflow as that you would get on an FS5 or an FS7 or a professional video camera, but out of something that's much smaller and actually with even a bigger sensor and better sensitivity. So it really changes the game. What we just introduced is the successor to the Rx1, so it's the Rx1r Mark II. And what this is, it's an actual 35 millimeter camera. So it's got a full 35 millimeter sensor that uses this very similar technology as what you have on the a7R Mark II. So it's 42 megapixels, 400 focal plane phase detection focusing points on the sensor itself, and a 35 millimeter f2 Carl Zeiss leaf shutter lens. So it's the best marriage between lens and sensor that's ever been produced. And you're just going to be able to get image quality that is really can't be compared. It's the world's first variable anti-aliasing filter. Because you always hear about R, which is like where we take away the anti-aliasing filter. Or there's some products that have an aliasing filter. Well, this actually has a variable one. So you can actually turn the aliasing filter on or off. So we actually have a thin layer of liquid crystal in front of the sensor that can actually turn on and off the aliasing effect. And beyond what that is, there's a lot of technology packed in where we actually have a full electronic viewfinder, OLED viewfinder built into the camera itself, where it used to have to be an add-on. So it easily just pops open, pops up, because every photographer needs a viewfinder, because when we're in bright sunlight, it just gives you a more intimate experience. 0.74 magnification, so it's going to be the biggest and brightest experience that you can get out of any SLR. So 42 megapixels, one of the most gorgeous 35 millimeter lens that you can have, leaf shutter, so you can be able to sync at any shutter speed that you want, up to 4,000 of a second. Built-in viewfinder, tilting LCD screen, solid magnesium alloy. It's really just the ultimate portable camera and the ultimate rangefinder that you could possibly buy. So I'm excited about it. This is the camera that I've been waiting for a long time. And I already own the a7R, so between the two of them, I don't know, I'm in heaven working here at Sony right now. So
awesome, that sounds amazing. This camera is just going to really change so much about what somebody might use for like a point and shoot, because you can think of it like that because of its size. Back in the day of film, you could have a tiny little camera that gave you the same size film as a full-size camera. This is going to do that for you. It's going to give you the same sensor.
Yep.
That's amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.